Perfect Talk is what it do. It's your guy DJ Playboy. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You know what time it is, man. First up this week, we gotta talk about the girl, Carlee Russell, the missing person case that had the whole country captivated. But was it really a missing person case? Also, we gotta talk about the Arizona representative, Eli Crane. He used the term colored on a House floor debate to refer to black people. Chill, son. Also, Donald Trump received a target letter letting him know he's being targeted in an investigation again. And Jason Aldean, yeah, he got his video pulled from CMT. I'm gonna tell y'all why and who's coming to his support. That and much, much more. It's Perfect Talk, baby.
DJ Playboy.
What's good, y'all? It's your man DJ Playboy in the building. And I'm back with my guy, my partner, my dog, Spec. What
Yes,
it do?
sir. How's it going, brother?
Yo, it's been too long, my guy. Too long. Man, good to see you though in the building, man. Life's good, man. How things on your side?
Same old. Work.
Yeah, the work grind's picking up. Summertime's busy.
Yeah. I mean, doing a lot of shit around the house.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like the job. But...
Oh well, no. I mean that too.
Oh, okay. People take vacations.
Yeah, I haven't taken mine yet.
But you have to pick up their workload, or they just have to come back to that workload. Is that how?
I mean, it just depends. Sometimes you do have to pick it up. Depends on what's going on.
Gotcha.
But not all the time. Sometimes you just come back to a fucked up workload.
that's gotta be sitting on your mind while you on vacation and
Absolutely.
all that. What's good on my side? Things have been same. Been grinding. Summer's flying by, and I'm trying not to let it. I'm trying to actually like soak it up. You know what I mean? Because you go on the retail stores and they're already back to school mode.
That's crazy.
Like literally, like you could. I remember a couple weeks ago. I was like, all right, I gotta get some like water guns and stuff. And they're like, you could get the water guns for like free now because they need the space for the back to school.
Just ended and they're getting ready.
They're ready for it, bro. I mean, but that's just the way of the world, right? I think I learned that maybe from you, maybe like a couple years ago, that you always got to be next season ahead in terms of your thoughts. But it's also a mindfulness thing of being present in the moment.
Oh, for sure.
So you got to find the balance of like you showed me, Christmas is coming. You don't think about that in November.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to start thinking about that July, maybe even earlier. You know what I'm saying? So my daughter's birthdays is in the fall. You know what I mean? I can't wait till September to start thinking about that. I got to plan ahead. But it's also that balance of like, all right, but I'm going to be mindful of the moment.
Right.
I'm going to actually soak it in and try to enjoy summer. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm going to take my bike out for the first time of the season. I got an actual pedal bike, mountain bike.
You haven't ridden it yet?
Nah, the tire had a flat tire.
Oh, okay.
So we got something called slime or something like that. You put that in the
tire.
Yeah, and then so I'm gonna give it a test run tomorrow morning. But hopefully I'm gonna be on like my summer wave of bike riding once again. Trying to think what's happened since I seen
hot.
Heat, yeah. But we can't even really complain about the heat, I feel like, just compared to what the rest of the country is experiencing.
It ain't as bad.
Nah, it's I was talking some customer service agent the other day. He just asked me about the weather, and I'm like, rain. Cause we've been OD with the rain, but I ain't even in front. I almost got caught in like a flash flood the other day, like. And they tell you on the news, if it's above a certain height, don't try to go through it. Yeah, but I'm like, I don't got no ruler with me. I'm like, so something about
looks like 3 feet.
Something about your mind, I think, because of driving. Like, if it's not a wall or a barrier, you're like, I can make it through this. Even if it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I just think mentally, that's how people get caught up, and then the next thing you know, you in a boat. You know what I'm saying? But luckily, nothing like that happened. But I was telling him we got a little bit of rain, but I watched the news and I'm seeing Death Valley, Phoenix setting records for being the hottest in like the consecutive days, the longest record for that. And it's just like, I can't, because once it starts hitting that 90, 100, I actually start getting like physically like sick. Like I get like a lot of like stomach aches.
Oh, really?
When it's that hot. Yeah, I'm probably dehydrated, to be honest with you, and like it really gets to me. So luckily we haven't had to deal with none of that so far yet. Trying to think. Oh, speaking, what's one of the craziest things that happened to me actually? It was I'm out here in Schenectady, New York. You know what I'm saying? There's some wild shit going on. Sometimes you know what I mean? It do get a little wild. It do live up to its reputation. And, we got I guess a homelessness problem. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of migrants now. They just moved, I don't know if you've seen that on the news. But
I heard about that on the news.
Cleared out a motel to bring a bunch of migrants up here. So people got mixed feelings about that. But we already have like, I guess I would say a homelessness problem, but it's like a lot of panhandlers. You know what I'm saying? I assume they're homeless, but I also, you don't know. They could, or they might be in a shelter. Who knows what's going on? But I remember there's one dude, I see him a lot, and he's aggressive. Like he like will run up on the
Give
car.
me a quarter.
Yeah, but like he's like at your window and then you just be like nah, and he's like nah.
Nah, I need this now.
Yeah. So he do be aggressive, but he know his targets too. He be going after like white girls and stuff like that, like because I guess he'll figure they just want to get rid of him, give him the money and go. But I don't know. He was having an episode one day because there's a highway I get off at is Broadway, and the way it's set up is you get off the highway, you get on the exit, and it's like a ramp, but the ramp goes down, right? And then there's a lot of hills in Schenectady, so you go down to where Broadway's at. So I'm getting off the highway, and I'm about to go down the hill, and I'm seeing a car in the middle, like it's 2 lanes, right? You either go left or right, and the car's in the middle, and I'm just like, it's not moving.
Okay.
Yeah, now I'm on this highway, so you getting up on it, approaching pretty fastly, and I see a person. It's raining bad. It's like one of the craziest rainstorms I've had. It's raining bad, bro. And it's like I see a person. I was like, so my first thought was homie's car broke down, and he thought the best idea would be to try to fix it right here in the middle of the ramp. That's literally where my mind went because it's the only thing that can make sense right there in that moment. That wasn't the case. It was the aggressive panhandler, and he was not climbing. He was walked up the highway ramp to like start begging for money because they do that. They wait at the bottom, but when cars stop, they start coming up to them because that's a long ass light. He's stuck there. He was moving traffic. You got to get through me, and if you want me to move out your way, give me money. Yeah. So I'm seeing it right, and you know me, I'm like, damn, sucks to be you, bro. Because he's going hard at the car in front of me. But then he sees me, like a wild animal. Like he set his sights. So now he sees me and he's like, you could go.
Oh, yeah.
So the homie took the opportunity. He was out. So he's coming to me. And I always hit them with nah, I'm not the one.
Would you say you were stopped?
I was stopped because the car was stopped in the middle. Okay. Because he didn't want to run him over.
You didn't want to move.
And there wasn't enough room. Okay. The way that his car was, there was no left or right that I could get around. I thought he was gonna like stay with them, and eventually I could just creep around, but he didn't. He said, so he's standing in front of my car. I'm like, yo, move! I will run you the fuck over. Like I'm not with the shits, bro. Like, and he's like, nah, determined, yo. I need this. And I think after a while. The same thing happened. Another car come up behind me. He ain't gonna get nothing out of me. He's like, I bet. Now on to the next one. But my man, it was such a dangerous situation because I'm nervous that the cars behind me don't know what the fuck is going on. They're coming full speed. They're just gonna run into me.
Right. That happens.
So, it was very like it was wild to say the least. But I moved on. I think he got arrested. I think when I was coming back that opposite direction, I seen police over there, and it looked like at the bottom of the gas station. So I assume it might have been him. Like it was nutty, bro. I was. Because it's like I said, I was nervous for my own well-being. I'm also kind of nervous for him. Like, bro, I'm not trying to see some wild shit happen to this dude. And he's obviously going through something. Like, as much as we want to, as annoyed as we are, as much as we don't want to deal with it, like, this dude is suffering from something. Because that's not what a normal... Right. You know what I mean? That's not a normal move. Like, he literally had no regard for his own life, anybody's safety. And it's just like, it sucks that that people are in that position. But that was like head on with it. Like, yo, this shit is real out here. Like, it's you know what I mean? Yeah, that was. I remember. I think that happened maybe a month ago. So probably like right after we recorded last time. Cause I remember wanting to tell you the story, and I don't think like I hadn't even had a chance to tell you that. I just remembered it. But like other than that, like I said, just been dealing with the summer, dealing with the weather. Kids in camp, you know what I mean? Ready for you know what I mean? Like I want the kids to soak up the summer too. My daughter, she's having one of the best summers ever. So. She's soaking in. What else? What else is going on, man? I think it's about time we take it to Plicca's Spotlight Story. You know what I mean? That's when I take it to a news article. And it might not be the biggest story that happened this past week. But this one, I think, like something we had to shine a light on. It's an American woman. She got detained in Dubai. Black African-American young lady, Tierra Young Allen. She's placed under a travel ban. And the reason is because she raised her voice at a car company employee. She had gotten into a car accident with her friend's rental car. And
in Dubai?
In Dubai, okay. Yeah. And she had personal items, I believe, that she was trying to obtain. So I'm assuming they might have been in the car at the time. And when she went to get back the items, got into like a bit of a argument with the man behind the counter. Now he was, what they allege, this guy was being rude, raised his voice. She raised her voice back at him. Can't do that in Dubai. Women can't raise their voice. Yeah, that's not America. Woo! Yeah, so she's actually been over there for like almost 2 months, bro. like hemmed up, like they won't let her
just
leave.
for raising her voice.
Just for raising her voice, yeah. They're
That's
saying that
crazy.
yeah, you can't talk to a male like that. Like I mean, but that's not news to us. We know that women have.
Yeah, that's crazy. I heard, but it makes sense.
Yeah, but it hits home because it's such a culture shock, right? Like, I mean, my Twitter is full of people getting into arguments at Walmart all the time. So, I mean, someone, even if you're the most polite person, if an employee of a place that's supposed to be giving you customer service is yelling at you, it's human nature, I think, to kind of yell back.
Right.
But not in a country where women don't have the same equal rights as men. So, and they're saying because there is footage of it that there's a possibility she could be convicted. Very real possibility that she could be convicted. It's something that.
Damn, I wonder what the law, like, what the actual law, like, because I'm sure it doesn't state women can't raise their voice, but it probably, like, something much more broad, like.
Exactly, yeah, being disrespectful to a male kind of thing.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, but basically, the police are investigating allegations that she raised her voice at a male employee during the dispute. She's 29 years old, and she actually has a pretty popular social media account. She's one of, like, I don't know if you ever see, like female truckers. They'll do a lot of stuff on like TikTok and like Instagram where, you know, people. I mean, usually they are attractive young ladies, so like that's part of
got
their.
A picture of her?
Yeah, I can show you some of her.
So you say trucker? I know I've seen this one. Okay, nice red bone.
Let me see if I can pull her up. But yeah, her last and then the thing too that was what her last post was in Dubai. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean that's what she looks like.
Oh yeah, I know this chick.
You've seen her account before?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't even know. Yeah, she's trapped out there, bro. And I'll show you the last. She's like actually in her last post that she's made. Oh, was it the last one? No, I think the last post she made was like something about CNN talking about her. But she had a post where she posted. Oh yeah, she did. Yeah. Now it's like her second to last one. Is it the last? Oh wait. Yeah, because this might be pinned up. Yeah. Okay, this was her last post. So she's in like Dubai and she's like driving in a truck. Which I'm like, they let y'all drive trucks, but they don't let y'all yell back at employees, male employees. Like,
wait, so she driving a truck in Dubai?
I'm assuming she was on vacation, and I don't know what she was out there doing.
What the fuck you driving a truck for then?
But I don't know. She maybe, I don't know.
Female truck driver in Dubai, maybe so she can just.
Probably for social media, I think. Yeah, it probably was a social media flex. But I looked at some of her other posts. She like be moving vehicles, you know, like when they be transporting cars and stuff like that. Like she'll be transporting like luxury cars.
So it may be like work related.
Possibly, but it seems like she was out there on a vacation. But yeah, I want to shine a light on it because one, it's an African American sister that you know what I mean is hemmed up, and then two, it's like just even shine a light on just to everybody out there when we learn from the Brittany Griner situation. Like you go to these other countries. It ain't like America. As much as people try to shit on America, and I hate when they do it, it's like, go somewhere else and see how they play over there. You're gonna come back rocking American flag shirts like a Trump supporter.
Appreciation.
You know what I'm talking about? So it's like, nah, you can get away with a lot, but it really make you appreciate the shit that we got here because you can't play that. Like, they don't do that. So make sure you do know the rules if you travel.
For real, for real. You hear so many, it's the people getting jammed up in other countries. You gotta know the customs.
Yeah.
You don't travel outside the U.S.
They said what really started this dispute is like they were like, we'll give you back your stuff. I guess it was like for some undisclosed amount, and that's when it started like going left. She's like, I'm not about to pay for my own stuff, so like they got her passport, so she can't go nowhere. And I read according to Newsweek, she's still in the Airbnb that she was being detained, like she was staying in. So in my head, I'm like, who's paying for that? Because they probably gonna hit her with the bill for that. Like,
wait, so she can't leave because they just have her passport.
But they're investigating. She's also part of an investigation.
Oh, so you can't. So she's out on bail essentially. And
I don't even know. That's the part I wasn't catching. I thought she was when I first heard story, I thought she was in a Dubai jail. I thought she was going through it, but then the Newsweek said she was in an Airbnb. So I was trying to read more articles to get more details on it. But it seems like I guess she's detained at the Airbnb. Like you ain't leaving it, like house arrest maybe kind of. But I'm like, who's paying for that? You know, I'd be tight if that was my Airbnb. Like, I got reservations now. But definitely want to shine a light on it. And definitely, you know, thoughts and prayers. And I'm sure look her name up. It's Tierra Young Allen. They might have a GoFundMe. She might need some legal support. I guess they contacted the embassy out there and they got some type of representation for her. But it's something that we want to keep an eye on because easy to get forgotten over there.
Crazy.
You know what I mean?
Too pretty to be locked up.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Is like, I mean, not that we think social media influencers are that popular, but you just knew her. That was like, you know what I'm saying? So like, it's kind of like almost like a celebrity, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Of sorts. And it's like, yeah, that's it. We need a light shine on it. So but thoughts and prayers. And I mean, being locked up anywhere, it sucks. So hopefully, you know what I mean, that she can get it back home safely. And like I said, know the laws before you go anywhere. Know the customs, because you know what I mean. Like even what was it the other? Oh, it was a trip to maybe Ghana. I think these girls took, and they were twerking at like the where a lot of slaves were captured. I think where they were like. Right. It was like a castle where I think they were holding a lot of slaves until they twerking. They were twerking on top of it.
Disrespectful.
Yeah. I don't know what made them think that was a good idea, but you got to know the customs. You got to know what people like. Meek Mill went to Ghana, I think, and he walking around in his t-shirt and his basketball shorts, and then people was in the comments like, "Yo, that's how you showed up to the president's palace." You know what I'm saying? Like the presidential palace, like you about to go play ball. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know the customs, man. But now we're going to take it to my guy Spec Spotlight segment, you know what I'm saying, called Respect on My Name.
Let's do it.
My name come up, respect.
Yeah. Let's go.
Stop playing with my name.
That's when I pull up, you know what I mean, a couple stories and see if my guy Spec has respect or speculation for him. First one, if you was paying attention around, you know, the July 4th weekend, you might have seen my guy Jamie Foxx popping back out. Made his first public appearance, was on a boat on the Chicago River. Mm-hmm. That was around July 9th, and that was about 2 months after he had his health scare. That you know, taking him out of at least the limelight, because we haven't really been able to see him and fully know what was going on with him. And then there was another sighting of him where a woman, I guess, lost her purse and he returned it to her. This was also in Chicago. Okay. I guess respect or speculation, because social media conspiracy. We'll call this put conspiracy. They're saying that ain't the real Jamie Foxx. Especially when he was doing the boat wave. Like, something about that seems like a little too. But I think, and I'll let you answer if you got respect or speculation, but you think like Jamie's just doing this for appearances, or do you think it's the real Jamie, or you think, you know what I mean?
I think it's the real Jamie. He is sick with, I don't know specifically what, but like, you know, he had that boat thing that we seen him on. Mm-hmm. He also threw a party at the rehab spot last week.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Okay.
In Chicago. So, I mean, he's been down for some time. I'm sure, like, it's just now that he's starting to feel better. So he's, you know, he can't, not that he can't leave, but he's still going through his rehab. Mm-hmm. So he's stuck there, and so he's just trying to live it up.
Make the most out of it. What I think it's more of a representation of what our society is now, where people feel like every moment has to be documented for the public to see. Like, you know what I mean? I've even heard something on the news where, like, because social media, what started, or I wouldn't say started, but kind of reached this boom of the Facebook era when we were in college. So if that's...
That it reached this boom?
No. Because, the current era that we're in, I call this like the Facebook era. Okay. Because like there was the MySpace era, right. Like a Black Planet, and those weren't as big as the Facebook era. Like Facebook turned social media into this multi-billion-dollar thing. So it's like the current era that we're in, the Facebook era, has been going on for about 20 years now. Because we were juniors or sophomores in college.
Shit, old.
But what that means is there's a generation of kids who had Facebook parents, you know what I'm saying? Right, so I see some of these kids, they have resentment towards social media and their parents for documenting every moment. Like, there's a girl who got
that is gonna be true.
Yeah, there's a girl who got in an accident and she's like, "Mom, I needed someone to hold my hand. You was taking pictures of me." You know what I mean? To post, and you probably thought that was your way of caring, but it's like, that's not what I needed as a person-to-person bond, Mom. Like, that's not, you know what I mean? We lost the person-to-person so you could have this social media persona, or you know, if your mom was a social media celebrity, a lot of your content when you was in it, you know what I'm saying? Right. And those kids grow up and they not happy, you know what I'm saying? So it's something that we gotta like.
That is interesting. I never looked at it from that.
But that's why I think people are so weirded out by the Jamie Foxx thing, because it's like, why are we not finding out every single second of what's going on? Why are you not giving us a daily vlog? And it's like, ain't none of your business, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the people just feel entitled to, you know, that is what it is.
And I think they do that with their own lives too. Like, they feel like whenever there is something big going on,
let me run the social media.
I remember the first time I seen something sad. Also, like it was like something like a funeral or someone's friend passed away, and I was like, you could post this on here? Like I wasn't trying to be a dick, but it was like, bruh, I thought this was a happy place. Like we came in a party and meet girls and shit like that. Like I didn't know, you know what I'm saying, that we was gonna be using it for this purpose. And I remember like now it's a normal thing when someone's obviously it's very normal to grieve on social media, but it's just I remember the first time seeing it, I was just like, I ain't come here for this. Like my mind wasn't on this, but. We'll see. Hopefully, we wish Jamie the best, and hopefully he's back acting again. He got some new movies out, right? He got
Oh, does he?
I think he has a Netflix movie out called Tyrone. What's the movie called? It's like a zombie kind of movie. They clone. It was called They Clone Tyrone. Yeah, so I think it's. And I'm pretty sure.
Is it a comedy or?
Kinda.
Okay.
It's like a science fiction / comedy kind of thing. Yeah, sci-fi comedy. Exactly what it says right here. But yeah, I think he's playing like a pimp looking kind of character and stuff like that. So yeah, he's got some stuff coming out. And then the movie he was obviously filming when he did get sick. Yeah, I think that's coming out this weekend. So
they finished it before.
This wasn't the movie he got sick on.
Oh, okay,
He was making another one, I think, for Netflix after that. So he must have some type of deal, I think, with Netflix. But yeah, just wishing him the best, man. Can't wait to see him back in action, and definitely want to check out some of his work because that's one of my favorite entertainers of all time.
For real.
Matter of fact, I was watching scenes from Any Given Sunday because I used to love that movie in high school, and I'm like, yo, the shit kind of like aged well. Like there's scenes with him and Al Pacino that I used to watch in high school, and I'm like, they're like classic scenes, like of good acting. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, nah, he does his thing. He came up. Respect or speculation? Antonio Brown, man, he came to town. You know what I mean? You know that the Albany Empire ain't even in the Arena League no more, right?
Yeah, they got kicked out.
He bought the Albany Empire and within months got them removed from the Arena Football League. Like, we didn't even get to go see a game.
That's crazy.
How does Antonio Brown
ruins everything he touches?
Burn down everything. Like, I remember coaches were getting fired. People, I'm like, what's happening here? And then it was just like they got kicked out the league because he didn't want to pay his bill or some shit.
That's crazy.
Not to go off on a tangent with him. We familiar with Adam 22 and Leonard the Plug. I'm sure they've been all over the headlines lately. Which is another thing to me. I'm not going to sidebar. Why is that so interesting to people? Like, it's a porn star that is having sex with another porn star. They all do porn.
Right, but I don't know that, and I'm sure. So one, there's not too many porn couples, right? Like,
but there are.
No,
there
are.
First. Yeah,
they're not the first. But I mean, if you ask me, well, name another couple that's in porn, and I couldn't tell you. I mean, it's
I know one, Johnny Sins, and I forgot his wife's name. But
it's not something that we see often, and I mean, just the way it's been publicized. I mean, it caught a lot of traction.
I got a theory though. Why? But because even some of these porn stars are in relationships with non-porn people,
right?
So they're leaving their relationships to go have sex on camera, and their boyfriend's obviously cool with it in some way, shape, or form, or lies about it. But so like, this is my theory. I literally think it's the podcast element. I think like I listen to a lot of podcasts, and like you get a personal connection with a good podcaster. Like I've listened to podcasts where they've had children, they've gotten married, and like you kind of feel like, oh shit, such and such got married. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like magical, kind of like in a way, but you kind of feel like your homeboy just hit a milestone in his life because you paid so much attention, especially if you listen to hours and hours of this person. So I think because they have,
well, yeah, that's what it is. It's no different if he was on TV. If they were on TV, I mean, we would feel, oh, we know them, and they're doing that.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I think because they've let us into that part of their life,
that's what it is.
Now it's like, oh my god, I can't believe it. And I think for them, they're just like, we do this all the time, just with another woman, or you know what I'm saying. Right. Or, I'm pretty sure she was like a lesbian for the longest time. Yeah, so it's like, so this might just be work for her, you know what I'm saying. So it's just like, I guess she's bisexual, but it's all her scenes I've ever seen are with women.
Okay.
All the scenes, or with him and another woman. So
they've done work together too.
Well, they do a podcast called Plug Talk.
No, I know. I'm talking about porn.
Well, on the podcast they turn it's a porn. So
Plug Talk is a porn?
It's a podcast, yeah, but it's on OnlyFans.
I didn't know it was like specifically related. I just thought it was a podcast.
It is. but it is a podcast, and but they have sex with the guest.
So okay, so you come onto my podcast.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk it up, blah blah blah, and then at the end,
she has like a threesome with the two hosts.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Or they get another actor to come and fuck her or some shit like that. But you come there knowing you're shooting a porn scene that day.
You're gonna have some sex.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. So that's why it's on OnlyFans and all that, and that's why. But
that's a dope idea.
it is a really dope idea, and I guess, but their concept of it was they always bring another girl in. Never him and her, never him and another guy, or none of him watching her with another guy. So that's why this was such a big deal. But what I'm bringing up today is Antonio Brown actually said he wants next. He's like, he hit Adam 22 on Twitter, and he said, "Let me get next at Adam 22." Antonio Brown, he was 35 years old. Hit up Adam 22, and then Adam 22 responded, "What are you gonna do with your little ass meat?" Which I don't know where that came from. And then Antonio Brown responded, "It's a game of inches. You must have not checked the snap. Hashtag put that shit on." So, and I guess he's referring to there was a video of Antonio Brown that got leaked of him getting head. I think, okay. And I guess that's the snap he was referring to. And then Lena responded, "Antonio, I'm a married woman," with an angel emoji. And then he responded, "That didn't stop you last time, baby." So, I mean, they're just all doing it for clicks, it seems like, obviously. But, yeah, I just respect the speculation for the whole Adam 22, Lena the plug.
I mean, I'm gonna give it respect only because like you said, it's intriguing. Like I don't know why I was so fascinated by it. And I don't even listen to their
you didn't know these people before I hit you.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
No, I because that's not the only podcast that he does.
No, he does No Jumper. No, which is like a lot of gang.
Yeah. So I've seen him before, like with that.
Yeah, okay.
I've seen. I didn't know his name or not, but when you guys started talking, I'm like, okay, I know this.
That's
dude.
the same dude. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's.
So I mean, I like the concept, like of their show. And you shit. Hey, I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what everyone.
I couldn't do it, but.
That's the part, yeah.
I personally couldn't. I'm too selfish.
Yeah, and then like Jason Love is the guy that she had the scene with. Like he's kind of talking shit afterwards.
I seen that. Adam ain't like that.
But I don't even think Adam cares, dude. I don't think
he ain't sound like that. From you heard his response.
But yeah, I didn't take it serious. Yeah, where he was like, "Yo, you're blacklisted from fucking my wife again." Like,
well, he seemed pretty upset.
He's like, "Yo,
I trusted you."
He's like, don't make me expose you." I'm just like, I don't know. I just feel like Adam 22 is playing into it, which I think he should. Like, you can't shame the shameless. And he's like, "Yo, so let me just go, head first into this." Like, you know what I mean? I did see the like girl asked her in the Jason Love interview. She was like, but then she started eating your cum, and he was like, sometimes you just get caught up in the moment.
So
like,
maybe there was like some rules, and
the rule was I think she couldn't kiss him and she couldn't catch a facial. But I'm like, isn't that just as bad? Oh, and then I guess from that Jason Love interview, I guess he wasn't supposed to cream by her. He wasn't supposed to cream by her. Yeah. So why they took it to that level, I don't know.
I mean, I guess I'd be more upset at my wife rather
yeah,
than
that's
him.
what I'm little. He bought her a Lambo truck.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, shit, you seem like you enjoyed that shit. Like, why you let him do that?
I've seen a couple like scenes from it. I haven't seen the whole thing.
I haven't watched it at all.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely seemed like she enjoyed herself.
How'd you you just Googled it?
No, I read it just every day and Twitter. Like they put it, you see the whole thing.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, I mean, and I think it was something for like $5.
Oh wow, that's cheap. Like on their OnlyFans.
Yeah,
$5. I'm sure. I wonder how much money they made.
Well, I think the strategy with OnlyFans is you're hoping that someone subscribes, and it's like it's a $5 subscription, and forget about it for a couple months, and then you're just making the money over and over and over again, or they're automatically billing them. But I mean, I would thought with this much hype, they could have sold it for 10, 15. Like it would have upped the price a little bit. But it also
the fact that it's 5 would more because I think 10. I'm not paying 10. I would pay 5 or anything less than that.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of OnlyFans girls will have low prices like that, and they're hoping you just kind of forget about the subscription. And But nah, it's I think for them, unfortunately, I think social currency is the most that they're gonna get out of this. Like, once again, it was brand awareness. You knew the brand, but you didn't know the person. Now you know the person. You know what I'm saying? And that's, I think, what they want. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. I mean, it was great.
Yeah.
Great business move.
That's why I'm personally saying I'm not talking about this anymore on this podcast because I think I've exhausted this beyond the point of talking about it. But it is, yeah, it just is what it is. But no, I do think it's that podcast element that's giving it a whole another flavor element to this. Respect or speculation, man. An Arizona representative referred to black people as colored on the Senate floor. I'm not sure if you heard it, but I can pull it up for you.
I've heard it.
I'll pull it up again just so we could. So you get a laugh.
Mr. Chairman, though, that was unbelievably inspiring. My amendment has nothing to do with whether or not colored people or black people or anybody can serve, okay? It has nothing to do with color of your skin, any of that stuff. What we want to preserve and maintain is the fact that our military does not become a social experiment. We want the best of the best. We want to have standards that guide who's in what unit, what they do. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, the Russians, the Chinese, the Iranians, the North Koreans, they are not doing this because they want the strongest military possible.
I'd like to be recognized to have the words colored people stricken from the record. I find it offensive and very inappropriate.
Is the gentlelady asking for unanimous consent to take down the words?
I am asking for unanimous consent to take down the words of referring to me or any of my colleagues as colored people.
All right, so, yeah. So basically, if you're not familiar with what they were debating about, it's a defense bill, right? What the Republican, I guess, or conservative side of it is pushing for is they kind of don't want the affirmative action rules that applied, you know what I mean? Not that it wasn't called affirmative action, but it was kind of a diversity push to have certain ethnicities, you know, in certain in positions, you know what I mean, of power, which I think most organizations feel like they should do just to keep diversity. But he's trying to say that we should eliminate that. It should best of the best, your track record. This is the military. We not trying to impress nobody. This ain't no Target commercial and all that. But the big controversy came up was he used the term colored.
Right.
I was listening to the Breakfast Club. They were talking about this, and Charlemagne brought up some good points. He's like, NAACP, National Advancement of Color People. Forgot what the second A stands for. But NAACP, you know, it has the term colored people in the term. What was the other one he brought up? Oh, people of color is a term that seems to be really widely accepted. You know what I'm saying? And to him, he was like, well, why can you say people of color, but you can't say colored people? And I was like, I was kind of thinking he was being contrarian, but then that same day I heard somebody say something like, Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier, and I'm like, hold on now. How are we getting offended by this, right? But we do use the term. So I guess respect or speculation, do you think that this congressman using the term colored people was wrong? And you got respect, not really respect for it, because obviously I'm not saying you agree with what necessarily he's arguing for. Or do you got a little speculation that it should be taken as offensive?
I heard it. I mean, I wasn't offended by it. I mean, he said black people, he said black people, colored people.
He said colored people first, and then I think he said colored people, then he said black people.
Yeah, but they're not the same. Like, people who are brown skinned, that's so black people, I'm black, right? Somebody who is, we'll just say, Mexican or Guyanese, they have brown skin. They don't refer to them as they're called people of color. Like, so when he said black people, colored people, I didn't take the colored people as he was talking, because he already said black people. Yeah. So I took the colored people as for the people of color, or the color, everybody who has brown skin who is not African American. Yeah. That's what I took that as. So, and like Charlemagne said, NAACP, like, we have to put everything in context. Like, this is just another classic case. People just hear a word. Oh, no, I don't like it. Like, come on now.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to cape up for white people, but I can imagine that it's pretty confusing
Like
that,
colored people,
that,
people of color,
and now I can't say that.
NAACP, like, come on,
it's
like you're just doing too much.
I wouldn't have the patience to try to figure out the right thing to call you in that scenario. Now I'm not trying to say that this person's racist or not racist. I have no idea.
Right, they could be.
Yeah,
they may not be. But
I want to pull up the gentleman's name just so we know who we're referring to. But I want to say Eli.
He probably
Eli
is a
Crane.
little racist.
I mean,
he said, but
also I want the context. I want to know what was said. What is he responding to? Because did the person that spoke before him say people of color or use that term, and he was kind of just repeating it, or was he doing it to be a dick? I don't know. But also, I can't tell people what to be offended by, but I can't say you cancel this man because he used that term.
I wouldn't cancel him. No, I mean it's a term. It's just like where they want to try and get rid of handicap. I think we spoke about this before. Like that's a widely accepted term.
What would be the replacement?
I don't know. That's the same thing with this. And with Charlemagne, what are we gonna replace it with? What are we gonna place people like?
Charlemagne brought up a good point, and then people to me that were calling in sounded kind of silly because he was like, "So why don't we change the name of the NAACP?" And then they would
because it's been there forever.
I'm like, how does that make sense? He's like, nigga been there forever too. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So I was just like, maybe that is the best solution. Change the name of the NAACP. If we gonna be like, we don't like the term, because I also haven't heard someone use the term in, I don't know, forever. So it's like, it's not like that's something that we hear a lot. But
I hear it a lot. So I hear it a lot.
You colored people or people of color? People of color. But I think they're saying that people of color is acceptable, but colored people is not. And I was like, come on, that's way too close. Like
it is. And I think it may just have something. I know, like back in the day. I mean, it was nigger, and then you colored, and so maybe that's why because it's too close to how that word was used back in the day. But I mean, like POC, people of color, it's just too close. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, you just said coloreds. That hit a little different. That hit a little different, bro.
Yeah, no.
Colored people, like I was like, okay, but colors. Whoa, bro.
No, yeah. So I mean that okay,
but it's too close. So I do see both sides of the coin. But I think you made a good point that we are quick to just cancel someone without getting the full context of it. Like Roseanne that was gotten like some hot water recently because she was talking about the Holocaust.
Yeah, she.
Right, but out of context, it seems like she's a dick, right? Like she was an asshole, and she's a Jewish woman,
right?
Yeah, but then what I like is the host of that podcast came out and was like, she's being sarcastic.
Yeah, she was. But if anybody decided to just take a clip
yeah.
or anything like that, you would have.
But that's what happened.
Is this chick bugging?
Yeah, well, that's what happened. Congress, like, people were like, yo, she should be, like, as a Jewish woman, she should be ashamed of herself. She should be this and that. And I'm like, well, she's also a comedian. And
when I heard it, I'm like, she clearly is just joking. I mean, because there's no way you can truly believe the Holocaust did not happen.
It wasn't delivered great. It wasn't like, like how you can listen to some podcast clips and they're laughing. So you know they're joking, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, it wasn't delivered exactly the best.
No, I agree.
So it seemed kind of serious, but without it. But it was just like, it just was like, all right, if you hear something that offends you, download the full episode. Listen to what was said before that, right? But most people don't have time to do that or don't care to take time to do that. So they're like, oh, word? Let me respond to this little clip that someone just put online. So it's just like, and that's what another thing, say what you will about Twitter and how shitty it is nowadays, but they fact check. You put something up, and there's like at the bottom they be like, this tweet is kind of is an ill representation of exactly what happened because and then they'll kind of give more context. They're like, other users have given us more context on this and what they were saying. So like that's how I kind of caught on to it was her being sarcastic. You know what I mean? But people will just run with a short thing. So. Yeah, I think the conclusion here is anything short of coloreds is acceptable. I don't even like people of color. I'm not even gonna lie. I never was a fan of that term.
Yeah, I mean, call me black.
Exactly.
But again, I mean, I know why people of color is used because, I mean, everybody's not black.
Yeah.
But if you have brown skin, you know, not gonna all those brown people. So
I seen a video the other day. It was a chick bugging out in Walmart, but she kept referring to herself as I'm a brown woman. It was an Asian woman. And
Okay.
I've heard like the term. I listen to like Tiger Belly podcast and like is Bobby Lee's Korean. He does it with his girlfriend. I believe she's shit. I don't want to fuck it up. I want to say Filipino, but it's from the Philippines. I could be wrong though. But like I've heard them refer to them as brown Asians, and it's just like so it's like I think people do. We're not white. So it's like they don't want to be, and like you said, they don't fit in black. So it's like people of color is kind of a broad spectrum of if you feel like you've been a held down group. Last one, Spec. Tupac's murder case. It's been about 30 years since it's happened, and this week police served a search warrant in connection with the killing that happened on September 7th, 1996. The warrant was executed Monday in the city of Henderson. It's unclear what they were looking for or where exactly they searched. And because it's an ongoing investigation, police aren't giving much information as to what they found or what exactly they were looking for. So respect the speculation. You think that they're going to make some... you got respect that they're going to solve this case, or they just...
I do, only because the person, I forget his name, he admitted to being there.
In jail, though, right? Or some shit like that?
I don't know. When I heard that he admitted, it was a regular. He was in street clothes doing an interview.
Really? Okay.
So I'm sure I'm sure niggas like talking in jail for some reason. You hear stories like that all the time. But, yeah, I mean, he admitted I was there. Now the Trigger Man, we know he's dead. Baby D or something, Keefy D or something like that. We know the Trigger Man.
He's dead because of what that guy said in the interview.
It's been written in like books and like, you know, this person shot Tupac, but he's dead. Like he was killed. Orlando Jones, I think.
Yeah, well, he was like a former cop or something like that. That name sounds familiar.
I'm messing up the names, but the actual Trigger Man.
Talking about the nigga from That's So Raven.
The actual Trigger Man is dead, but there were more than one person there.
Orlando Jones is a nigga from Mad TV.
And that other dude that was there, he was talking. And police, in order to even get the search warrant, you have to really convince a judge that what you're looking for is at that place.
Because it's fucked up if the judge signs off on it and like
right.
So
and so there something was there that they knew about, and so yeah, I mean, the only thing I'll say I have speculation on is just how long it took, because the parties involved, like the names that they give, like these are not new names. Yeah. I feel like this shit has been known for so long. So why is it just being done now? I don't know.
And there's a new Tupac, not new, but there was a Tupac documentary that came out not too long ago, right? Like Afeni and Tupac, I think, like was about the bombs and.
I heard
Tupac.
about. I didn't watch it or nothing like that.
Who knows? There's so many coming out that maybe some of these are giving information to the Las Vegas PD. Orlando Anderson is who you're referring to.
Orlando, I said. Who did I say?
You said Orlando Jones from Mad TV and Drumline. Don't send him no hate, man. I thought you were talking about the little crazy nigga from That's So Raven.
Oh wow.
I want to see what happens. But it's like I remember and Biggie's case is unsolved to this day as well. But that's the LAPD. So I think they have a dark cloud over them for many different controversies. So that's a little mess. But Tupac happened in Vegas. Right. So, you know what I mean? It's kind of like after a Tyson fight on the Las Vegas Strip.
Which is wild.
Yeah. But yeah.
Can't solve that? Okay.
Open the shut case, right? All right, man. We're going to switch it up right now. Back to my favorite segment, man. It's called Have You Heard? I take some headlines and bring them to the table. See if my guy Spec has heard. The first thing, this case captivated America for about a weekend. Was a case of Carlee Russell. Young lady said she seen a toddler walking on the side of the highway, called 911, called a family member. Next thing you know, she went missing. Was gone. We didn't know what happened. I mean, my first thought went to abduction. Someone grabbed her, took her somewhere. 2 days later, she shows back up. Knocks on, slams, like bangs on her parents' door. Just let me in now. I
just needed a break.
Well, that's not what she said, but it's coming across like that. But yeah, she said she was abducted. It was a white man, orange hair, bald spot. Was a woman with him. Didn't see the woman, but heard the woman's voice. Said she escaped once from them, but then they caught her again in a car. Said they didn't tie her up because they didn't want to leave imprints, like rope imprints on her arm. but forced her to get undressed, took pictures of her, she believes. She's not 100% sure, and doesn't believe that they did anything sexually to her. Now, why these details are important, because if you were going to fabricate a story and you didn't have indents on your arm from a rope or something that would come across on a rape kit,
right,
that story would fall right in line. And when they started bringing out these details, I think the first one that gave me a clue was they said no evidence of a child, right? And I was like, that's not how they talk about victims. Something about the way that they're talking here made me think like they switching the.
No, they knew they was chick full of shit.
They switching the narrative on this. Then they released the Google searches, which I think is one of the most damning parts of this, where she's searching information about Amber Alerts. Wants to know if you have to pay to get an Amber Alert. I think even at her job searched the age limit for an Amber Alert.
Bus tickets.
Looked up a bus ticket to Birmingham to Nashville. Looked for the movie Taken. Has a tweet, I believe, that says Taken 2 is my movie! Exclamation mark. Yeah, it's looking wild. And then I guess even with the 911 call being released, and I guess with like video footage you're looking, so they don't see no damn kid. So not looking great. And I don't want to speculate because we'll let the facts come to light and let the police do what they're gonna do. What I will say is, in the case that this was fabricated, it's. I mean, I don't know any other words to say other than shame on you, because so many black, brown, minority kids, women go missing, and don't nobody, you don't hear about it.
Right.
It just goes unreported.
And this caught national attention. Yeah. And crying wolf.
I heard something about like in Cleveland maybe last month, they're like the amount that they get for like they were on pace for the year. So let's say they had 13 for the year, that number doubled in 1 month. So they were like, something's going on. Somebody's just abducting like kids, and it looks like a lot of minority kids. So it's like the fact that like police departments are failing our youth and the women of our culture. Yeah, for this to be fake, it definitely does. Like, yo, you got FBI attention on you.
And
man.
they I was watching a clip yesterday, and the clip got cut off right at the end where they was about to they were going into like her mental state as if there may like not that she's crazy per se, but
something's not connecting.
Yeah,
it seems like when people commit suicide to kind of hurt the people that care about them. It seems like kind of like faking your own death, kind of to see who shows up to your funeral, kind of thing. And it's just like, yo, man, that's crazy. Like, I mean, sometimes I think people get into stuff and they don't realize how big it's gonna get, and then it just kind of snowballs. But this is a wild one. You're a little too old for that,
for sure.
Yeah, so definitely. I mean, if she's not in the right mental state, thoughts and prayers, because normal people don't do that. I don't feel like. I mean, she was just go do
not all that, just run away.
Yeah, that's some old like, come on, like, I don't know.
Involve the police. Well, you doing too much.
Yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot, man. But yeah, we gonna see where things go with that one. Have you heard? Spec, your boy Trump received a target letter saying that he's being investigated by the January 6th Council special investigation. Did you hear anything about this?
Yeah, I heard about it yesterday.
Okay, so they're saying that he tried to interfere with the peaceful transfer of power after the 2020 election. I believe, I want to get the right terminology that they used here. They said 2 of the statutes include potential charges of conspiracy to commit an offense or to defraud the U.S. and deprivation of rights under color of law. Third indicates a potential charge ranging from obstruction of an official proceeding to tampering with a witness, victim, or an informant. They throwing the books.
Yeah, I mean, they
like, if we don't get him on one, we gonna get him on another. If we don't get him on, what I mean?
He's got mad cases just pending. Mad cases.
And lawyers don't want to defend him.
Yeah, they don't.
Because they get in trouble when they fuck with him.
Like, not only that, but he's notorious for not paying his lawyers.
Oh yeah, I heard that about him. Heard for like a lot of things. Like he'll have people,
not even only lawyers.
Yeah, he'll have people like write books for him and shit like that, and like
stiff him. He's had people build buildings and then not pay him.
I don't get that, bro. If you rich, Like I feel like I heard somebody like doing shit like that. But like it's just like, yeah, if you, I guess not. Well, maybe that's how we became rich.
That's what I'm saying. I got rich, not having to pay for nothing.
But yeah, no, it's just but if that's even your reputation, that's so scumbaggy, bro. But like, yeah, I mean, that's gonna reach a point where it's gonna come back to haunt you. If you move like that, so it's you treat people like that. But I mean, he's also the front runner for the GOP, though, right? Like,
yeah, it's real messy.
Who's number 2?
Scott DeSantis.
Oh, I thought it was Scott.
Like Tim Scott?
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
I thought he was, but I could be wrong.
I mean, I haven't looked at the
you know what?
numbers.
No, I think it's the amount of money raised. He's number 2 after Trump.
No, in terms of like support, DeSantis is still number 2.
But it's a far 2.
It's a far. It's not close.
Yeah.
Like Trump is the clear leader.
I was seeing something the other day that they've all been kind of like hitting Trump with kid gloves. They don't want to like kidney punch him and then lose the MAGA base. But I'm saying like that's the most pussy strategy ever. You're gonna lose another man's fan base, like.
Well, the thing is, you need that base.
Well, because they hope he gets locked up, and then
that base. Yeah, I mean, it's a large base.
Yeah.
It's not a base to win the election, but it is a large base that you can't win without. So
they're saying this is MSNBC or I believe or ABC, but I want to say MSNBC. Analysts saying, that's the only way they're gonna win. They have to come out punching. Like they like this softball shit is not gonna cut it like to win the election.
Yeah, I think if you continue to softball, only thing that happens is it favors him.
Yeah,
because he's gonna be the leader. And the only way you're gonna even stand a chance is to take the leader out,
or he gets arrested. Like,
or he gets arrested.
Yeah, that's really what they're hoping for. So we're gonna see. But yeah, because it was a Tim Scott is a close one. I seen this guy's truck the other day, Vivek.
Oh yeah,
I seen that bus up here the other day. So I don't know if he was in it, but they was definitely campaigning up here. And then, like you said, DeSantis. I don't know, something about DeSantis, but DeSantis goes so hard with this Florida shit, like that he's trying to like push out there, that I think it definitely is gonna hold on a second. It definitely is gonna make a difference. To I don't know. I guess like because his best chance, in my opinion, would be like the center between Biden and
but he's
Trump.
not there. He is Trump, a more reformed version of Trump.
Yeah.
He's not in the center. Like that's what the fuck the Republican Party needs. Like
somebody that's gonna steal sides votes.
Like I think like Tim Scott. Like I've heard him like on his campaign. I like a lot of the things that he's saying.
Yeah.
He seems to be somebody, and that's the black candidate.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all don't know. He seems to be somebody who's right in the middle. He says a lot of sensible things that are okay. I mean, that to me that's what, because the average person is not all the way on the right, not all the way on the left. It's right down the middle. But like we're just in an effed up space politically.
I heard the
like
criticism
on both sides.
The criticism of him is he's like the smiling candidate. They was like, yo, you gotta. This is a dirty
Tim
game.
Scott?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, you gotta get dirty, dog. You gotta be willing to like ruffles and feathers. You know what I mean? But like we'll see what works. Like it's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be real interesting.
Yeah, Biden knows the tell.
I don't know what the hell the Democrats are gonna do, but like
Biden knows. But I feel like we're on a trend where it's gonna go back and forth. Like I feel like it's gonna go liberal, it's gonna go conservative. You know what I mean? For 4 years. I don't know if these 8-year terms are going to...
I feel that. But who's it going to be if Trump... Like, I don't want Trump and Biden on the ticket again next year.
Nah,
like,
I don't really. I don't.
My, neither one
I feel
of
like
them.
DeSantis is an interesting guy, though, because I don't feel like he's going to... I don't even feel like he'll have the power, though, to do what he did in Florida.
No, he's... Yeah, before he got on the national spotlight, I was okay, you know, but...
He's a cornball. He definitely don't got swag.
Ball.
Yeah, like that's the thing. You're literally running against a polished celebrity, and that's dope at dissing you.
I mean, Trump. He's good. Like if you gonna try and take him out, you gonna need an army.
And he's funny. Funny is hard to fight. Funny is hard to fight in any platform, bro.
He is.
Like you could be the lame in a battle between two people, but if you're funnier than the other person, you're gonna come across on top. because that's just how it works. But we'll see. Before we get up out of this segment, Spec, are you familiar? Are you familiar with Jason Aldean, country star? I'm not, so don't feel bad if you're not. I like a couple country people. I want to say, what's the one? Morgan Wallen. He's got a good one, but there's another one. Who got that new song that's like popping right now?
Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll.
I don't know what song.
Does Jelly Roll do? I know who Jelly Roll is. Does he do country music?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, okay. Country. I knew he actually has a documentary out. Now who's this dude? Oh, Luke Combs is doing alright for himself. There's a couple country songs that I like, you know what I'm saying? But Jason Aldean, the reason I brought him up was his latest video was pulled off of CMT, which is the country music video channel. It's called Try That in a Small Town. Why they pulled it off the network after 2 days was because they feel like there's a pro-lynching message in the video.
Oh, boy.
Now, the video is shot in front of the Maury County Courthouse in Columbia, Tennessee. This is the site of a 1946 Columbia race riot and also the 1927 lynching of an 18-year-old black teenager named Henry Choate. Now, the song is called Try That in a Small Town, and basically the underlying theme of it, because what he's trying to show in the video, what he does show in the video, are like protest footage and like looters and things like that. So he's basically saying, try to pull that shit here and see what happens. Like, y'all can try that shit in New York, try that shit in California, but you come to a small town, that shit ain't gonna fly. It's been called a dog whistle. It's been called pro-lynching.
Yeah, that sounds a little racist. That's a little...
Oh, well, good. I'm glad you used that term, and I'll tell you some of the lyrics, but I'm glad you used the term racist. So the lyrics go, cuss out a cop, spit in his face, stomp on the flag and light it up. Yeah, you think that's tough. Got a gun my granddad gave me. They say one day they're gonna round up. Well, that shit might fly in the city. Good luck. Try that in a small town. And then he tweeted, there's not a single lyric in the song that references race or points to it, and there isn't a single video clip that isn't real news footage. And while I can try and respect others to have their own interpretation of a song with music, this one goes too far. I guess, I don't know. It seems like one of those things where it's like if the shoe fits, we're kind of like, it puts it on. But I don't know if we could automatically say it was racist. Now, when I learned that building behind him is the building that it is, I was like, I kind of changed my tune. Like, all right, maybe he was trying to say a message. But then also, like, now I don't watch TV shows like this anymore. But remember back in the day, MTV had a video show where they showed the making of the video. It was called, right? It was like behind the scenes of a video. It doesn't seem to me like artists really come up with the concept for their videos.
No, typically they don't. The producer does.
Yeah, so it feels like it could be possible that he doesn't even know the history of that building that he's performing in front of.
True. But that's not, ignorance is not a pass. You don't get a pass for, I mean, at the end of the day, you have to stand on what you put out there. And so
that's true, because you are, it's your name
at
on
the
it.
end of the day, you know, it's up to you to understand the historical context of the shit where you're filming, you know, what that may mean.
Well, one of the things that the production company came back and responded with was like, this is, we picked a popular filming location outside of Nashville, and this has been used on numerous productions. I guess Mario Lopez has a holiday movie that was filmed in that same location.
Sounds
and it's like,
happy.
Huh?
That sounds happy.
It does sound happy, but I guess their point is, would you point to Mario Lopez as being the same thing that you're trying to call Jason Aldean? I'm like, well, that sounds stupid because you're singing a song that has a message, and it's just like, now you're trying to take two different things and correlate them. Like, I don't know, like, it's real easy to paint a narrative with like, so like, especially with country music. They get that, it's like, yo, we kind of already think you're kind of racist. So like something that I think the Washington Post, I don't quote me on that, but I seen an article, and Fox News kind of shined some light on it, because at the gym they play Fox News a lot, and I noticed Fox News, they thing is really, let's take what other media shows and let's shit on it, kind of. Like, this is what they're showing over there on NBC. You know what I mean? Anything that's liberal, and let's shit on it. So basically they took an article that the Washington, I want to say the Washington Post, like I said, I could be wrong about that, but basically we're talking about that song, that Luke Combs is the artist I just brought up, and the reason I thought about him because he has a song called Fast Car. That's a remake of a Tracy Chapman song, right? Tracy Chapman, I guess she's a lesbian, she's African American, And this was a popular song, I want to say 80s, 90s. It was when we were kids.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember the Waynes, not the Waynes, and there's an Living Color sketch that like makes fun of the song. It uses the theme Fast Car. It was a popular song, but the article was trying to say this is the #1 country song out right now. And they're like, how come? They kind of try to like be like, it's the #1 song, but if the original artist would have sang it, if the original song would have been that would have never reached #1 on the country charts. And I kind of agree with Fox News and saying that's a stupid correlation to make. That's like saying Sting would have never reached the top of the hip hop charts, but Puff Daddy did it with "I'll Be Missing You." Like, it's two different genres of music. Like, yeah, they're gonna like when their person sings it.
Right.
Same reason we liked the version of the Sting song. You know what I'm saying?
So the Chapman chick, she wasn't country.
Nah, she was kind of like alternative rock, kind of
Okay.
kind of thing. Because she played like acoustic guitar, but
Gotcha.
but it was one of those songs that could easily be turned into a country song just because of the style that it is. But I feel like you're just trying to like you're just taking certain like argument points or trigger words. Like, well, let's take country music because they already have this like hillbilly racist kind of stereotype, and let's like point a light at it. Where it's like that don't even make sense. Like she wasn't going for that crowd. You know what I'm saying? Now, are they innocent and everything? Are some of the shit they do racist? Probably. But there's a better way to prove that point. You know what I'm saying? Now, what he did is he just put himself in the spotlight, Jason Aldean, because it's like, yeah, you're already an anti-vaxxer. You already fit the stereotype, and to make a song like this, we're just gonna put you in that box,
right?
Because it's just the easiest thing to do. So, we'll see where it goes. But him getting his video pulled off of CMT has actually caused people to rally behind him. I seen actually that guy who's Vivek, who's Bus. I seen, I was on Twitter. He was showing support for it. Like, let's help this song reach #1 because obviously now it's a dog whistle thing. So he's talking to a certain group of people, and it's just like I can see it blowing up because they all want to support it now because they feel like their guy is being held down. But we gonna see where that goes. Spec. Right now we gonna move on to my favorite segment, man. Things I seen on the internet, and I'm gonna pull something up real quick on here, and then we'll watch the rest over there. But are you familiar with Sexy Red?
Sexy Red?
Yeah, new artist. She's a hip hop artist. You heard the lyrics. I guess my pussy pink, my booty hole brown. You ever heard? She has a big song on called the new song right now is called Pound Town. That's her big song.
Okay.
But let me see if I can pull up the
Sexy Red.
Let me see if I can pull it up. Like I heard about her because of the who's your guy? NLE Chopper had that when he was walking the girls and holding their hair.
Oh, that's who that
one
is?
of them was Sukiyana, and I think the other one is Sexy Red.
Oh, okay.
So basically, it was a post that she had put up, right? Because it was Sexy Red showed up at a high school, and basically people were like, "Why would you have that kind of like?" I mean, you just heard the lyrics I just told you. Why would you have that kind of artist show up to your high school? You know what I mean? And let me see if I can find it. Is this her page? She posted a high school that she appeared at, basically saying, like, what high school should I come to next? You know what I mean? Like, who, and then posted this footage. Let me see if I can find it, though. Where did I find it at the other day? So she caught a little backlash of it because if she walks in, the first thing she does is throw up the middle fingers and it looks like a blood sign or something like that. And then a lot of people were like, why would the principal allow her to come perform? But she responded saying it wasn't a performance. She was just making an appearance.
I mean, what is this high school event? I mean, what?
So basically, she just posted that out of context. Like, when I seen it, I was like, who's still in high school in July? I was like, I couldn't understand what, but this is from prom season, she said. Okay. And she showed up to give the kids, the boys, money for haircuts and the girls bundles so they can show up to the prom looking presentable. So it was like a giveaway. Like, you know, some celebrities will give kids like book bags and things like that. But basically, they were trying to like shit on her for it, and it was like, so I guess
is that her hometown? Like that she did that?
I have no idea. I have no idea if she reached out to them, if they reached out to her. But it's also like as a as a school, like, you don't want to deny your kids, and obviously the kids have some type of relationship where they like her music, you know what I'm saying? And so they relate to her.
Right.
But it's also, it's like, it's kind of the equivalent of Uncle Luke. You know what I'm saying? But if she's not performing, she's not saying those lyrics, shouldn't she be able to come out and still, you know, help out with some charity?
Yeah, I mean, so, yeah, I mean, technically, yeah, I mean, people upset because of her.
Yeah, because of who it is, yeah, it's because it's her. It's also because she posted it, too. But,
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't necessarily feel a ways about it. I mean, she's not performing those lyrics, so, and she's doing charity.
And it's also, it's like, what world are we living in where high school kids don't know explicit lyrics? Junior high school kids know explicit lyrics.
Just by the look, I mean, and not to get all like, but I mean, clearly the kids love her. Yeah. I mean, they knew she was, so I mean,
they was about to ambush her.
So, I mean, there's no harm though. It's not like she went to a place where nobody knows her and it's just like out of pocket. I mean,
I think we gotta think about it like wrestling, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're playing a character, you know, but they are real people in real life. And if she wants to help out, we're gonna deny the kids, you know, her help. You know what I'm saying? It sounds crazy. So it looks like an argument going on, talking this shit, storming.
Nigga broke his knee. That's horrible, dude.
Yo. And then they gotta come help. Say people he's talking shit.
You all right, buddy? That is hilarious.
I think that's the biggest sign of like why, you know, we're too old to have tantrums as adults. Like, you just look nuts, bro. He's like, I'm leaving. I'm out of here. Yo, those are hard to walk down to. I'm always mad extra careful when I'm walking down them shit.
Yo, his knees just buckled. He had to break his, like tear ACL or something.
He's done, bro. Yo, when she comes over and like bends down, that's like the most demeaning shit, bro. And I like how people were just like, all right, we was being a dick. Back to what we were doing.
Man.
All right, man. Let's see the next one we got up. I'll be forgetting these shits because I just be saving them so long ago. DoorDash upset. This actually went viral. I don't know if you've seen it. But it was a DoorDash delivery man. And he was not happy with his tip. They catch him on the little, what's that, Vivid? I was going to say Ring Cam, but the Vivid Cam.
Hi.
Hello.
Come here, Max. Max. Yep.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I just want to say it's a nice house for a $5 tip.
Wow.
Fuck you.
That is crazy.
Yo, but
I didn't know that. So delivery people, like, they can see the tip that they're getting before.
He might not work for DoorDash because I don't when I do deliveries, I don't see the tip until after I've already left the transaction.
Oh, okay.
So unless he completed it already, and then walked up to the door,
I wonder if he does that just to see
what their tip is gonna be.
That's crazy.
A $5 tip though, like to a delivery person, are you tipping more than $5? I don't give a fuck where I live, bro.
I just want to say it's a nice house for a $5 tip.
That is crazy. Damn.
You're welcome.
Fuck you.
I don't know.
That's
like,
harsh.
Yeah.
Like,
but then I mean, if maybe her crib might be looking because we're only seeing this part of it. This shit might be massive. But
even
still.
so, I mean, it looks like she got one box, like a box of pizza. What the fuck you expect?
She probably gave him like a 20% tip. Yeah, that's the fucked up thing about it. Like, and he's just a dick. But
that's crazy.
It says bullfighting in 2023. Wow. Yo, I can't. That's what I'm saying. I can't tell. Is that CGI? Because these niggas is flying, bro. Look at where that nigga lands. Then look how this one goes.
Nowhere now.
But if a bull, you ever see like a bull hit like one of these niggas that be riding on top of it, they really do be bucking you.
Yeah, but that.
Unless that's just making you get some extra air.
Yeah, that's crazy. I can't tell.
That should just look wild.
Some look fake about the way they getting hit up in the air though. But then I'm like, if they faked it, then where did these niggas go? Okay. Oh shit. All right. Well, I fixed that. Can you not full screen this?
That's funny.
Them cats be athletic too, bro. When they do the mid-air shit. He did the Stone Cold Stunner on her. Clothesline. That one right. Your wrestling was that shit, bro. You said you watch modern day wrestling, right? You back into it now?
Yeah, I mean, every once in a while I tune in.
Yeah. No, wrestling always entertaining. What's the other one I wanted to see off of Instagram? Let's give this shit work, man.
Okay.
This dog don't want him to dance. Yo, why is he so determined to keep it going?
That's
Dogs be like that too. Like, nah, I'm getting down too. I'd have to film that in a different room, bro. Well, we got that to work.
Stop that gay shit.
Yo, this is a protest, right? This shit look like World War Z, bro. You know how the protesters, they get on the highways? They stop the high, you know what I mean? This nigga's like, not me. You ain't stopping me. Nope, should have never stopped, dog. You should have never stopped, dog. You should have never stopped, dog. It is World War Z.
They were opening up for him.
Yeah, I don't know. He might have ran out of gas or something. Oh, let me rewind it back.
Is this America?
It can't be.
Yeah.
It looked like it though, right?
Yeah, them look like regular streets.
Did someone get in his way, like over here? Like, did they? See, I don't know. He might have hit somebody. Somebody got caught in his wheel well or some shit.
I know there was some protests with like trucks and shit a couple weeks ago.
Oh, they doing? Remember? Shout out Bookstore Ricky. He was sending us footage like environmentalists.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking sound on this shit. That shit stop. Oh, they were in World War Z on that. Oh, wait, movement. You wasn't gonna back your way out, though. Oh. Is he hitting the horn?
Sounds like it.
You know, made him more mad. That's got to be a scary feeling, though, man. You just drive on the highway and you just see mad protesters. Because you know you're not getting to where you want to go to. They want that truck, man. They want that gas. They want something he got. He determined, though. He's like, y'all coming with me. I think he's like fighting them at the same time. Why are there so many people there? Yo, he's still trying to go, bro. He's like, I'm gonna take us all off this fucking bridge if I got to. That's nutty. Things I seen on the internet. All right, what's this? Palace guard bugging.
Queen's Guard rebellion
So
attacks
they
my
tell you, right,
camp.
that you can't touch the can't touch up on the horses. Why did she think he was just gonna chill there?
Because they normally do.
But she grabbed the reins. Like that's the. But I guess she grabbed it for like she grabbed it twice. I can see why he react like that. Because if you make my dog bug out, I'm stuck on top of this shit. But she definitely grabbed it like a first time, and
You
he.
should know better. You just supposed to stand there like a normal bird, take the picture.
That's what she did. She did.
Yeah,
she did it the right way. Yeah.
Bitch want to fucking touch and shit.
White people want to take it too far.
Yeah, that was the minority. You know, she followed the rule. But I don't have to listen.
Non-colors, man. Non-colors. Ah, man. Do we have... Oh, yeah, Husky. What does that say? Husky Heist? I can't even read from this far. How to steal a cookie without leaving a trace. Oh, no. This post was deleted by the person who posted. Damn. This is probably a good one, too. Alright, whatever. This... I hope this is still up, bro. Ah, nah. I think they took it down. This shit was nuts, bro. It was this bitch, right? Like... Damn, I'm so sad I can't find that shit. It was this bitch. She had a fucking baby raccoons broke into her through a screen, right? And fucking the moms was like bugging the fuck out, the mama raccoon, and she's like, "Yo, chill out. I'm gonna give them back to you, right?" So she's like trying to.
Oh, so the baby's broken.
Yeah, the babies was in her apartment. So, but the mom's is bugging out at the hole because the mom can't fit through the hole.
Oh, okay.
So the mom's is bugging out, right? So she's trying to like lead them. You know, they're raccoons though. She's like kind of scared, but and they're like scratching and shit like that. They squirming out her hands. But so she gets one close, right? And it's I wish you could have showed like the mom like helps get it out. You know what I'm saying? Gets the baby out, right? And then. She's going back for the other one. The mom's like, "Yo, hurry up!" And she like swipes at her, like she barely misses her, right? She gets the second one. It's like a little hassle. Gets the second one out.
Okay, come out. Come on. There you go. There you go.
Finally gets it up. Gets it to the hole. His little house gets it out.
Out you go.
The mom's is like, "All right, now it's on." Bitch comes back in and like swipe, like scratches the shit out of her, bro. Yo, she's like, "What? Oh fuck!" So I gave him back. Yo, I wish you could have seen.
Next time, don't fuck with me, bitch.
Yo, that's what it was. Yo, they like humans, bro.
That's it. That's only two. You dick. No, go on. Go. I didn't do anything to you. Go on. No. Ugh. Fuck.
Spec, man, that's another episode in the books, man. Before we get up out of here, where can my people find you at on social media?
You can't.
Spec ain't on that thing, man, but you can find your boy DJ Playboy on Twitter at DJ Playboy. Also, you can find me on Instagram and Threads at Pliccapeezy, Pliccapeezy. Follow Perfect Talk on Instagram at Perfect Talk Radio. Check out our website, www.perfecttalkpodcast.com. Every episode of the Perfect Talk Podcast, my motivational moments, my new releases, my radio show that I do with my guy, DJ Show, all types of stuff that we got on there. So go check that out and support. Also check out Perfect Talk Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, Spotify, if I didn't say that already, wherever your favorite podcasts are available, we are up there on there, or we will be on there eventually. And check us out on YouTube. Make sure you hop in the comments. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And Spec, tell them what to do with that like button, man.
Smash that like button.
You know how we do things, man, over here. Spec, before we get up out of here, man, what's been going on sports? A couple things been going on in the sports world. You see your boy Zion had the wild tweet. I don't know if you've seen it. Basically, hold on, let me pull it up. With this Zion. It was kind of similar to that Ja Morant Remember how I think last episode I spoke to you, John Morant had like a kind of saying goodbye to everybody kind of post. Yeah. So Biggie has a song called Suicidal Thoughts, and basically like this was the post.
I can't believe suicide, motherfucker.
Which is lyrics from the song, but obviously with everything Zion's going through with baby mama drama, side chick drama. We don't know if that was all getting to him. So I was a little concerned as some of the fans and some of the things like that. But do you put that in the same boat as and not that we want to minimize anybody's struggles if they are feeling suicidal or anything like that. There's definitely people you can contact. But do you think Zion was actually trying to like get some of the negative attention off of him and kind of get a little sympathy back on his side?
Getting a little menstrual.
You ain't playing enough basketball to be making posts like this,
listen,
bro.
Man, you making all that money, smashing bitches, or man, please.
You ain't buying it.
Come on now.
Or what about your boy LeBron switching back to 23 out of respect for the late Bill Russell?
I did hear about that.
So what? They're retiring 6 league wide.
Are they? I don't know that they are. Are they?
Yeah, I believe so. That they said. The National Basketball Association announced that the Hall of Fame is number 6, referring to Bill Russell, the 11-time champion, will be retired league-wide, but players who sported the number at this current time will still be allowed to wear it.
Okay, so, I mean, that was honorable.
Yeah. Wait, so what's Anthony Davis doing? Isn't he 23?
Oh, he is. Wait. No, but, oh, yeah. But, so LeBron
that's why LeBron
said he's going
6.
back to 23?
Yeah.
No, I feel like AD switched his number last season.
Oh, did he?
I know he was 23.
When he first got there, that's what, because LeBron was 23.
Right.
Yeah. So Anthony Davis, number 3. So last season he went to 3?
Okay, yeah, because he did switch his number.
Gotcha, okay. So yeah, 23 was available, and LeBron said, I'm taking that back. So we'll see. You know what I mean? It was 21st season. It's going to be something to see. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's that slow season for sports right now. So yeah. I haven't even like I ain't gonna front. I fell back on some like UFCs. I gotta get back up over my MMA stuff. But yeah, summertime. I like to soak up other shit during the summer. Like my girl has me watching all types of reality shows and dating shows and shit like that. I'm like, get it in now, cause in the fall
coming's over.
That remote coming right out your hand. But yeah, we up out of here, Spec, man. Good seeing you, brother. Thank you for coming through. Always a pleasure rocking out with you, and say goodbye to the people.
Peace, people.
Peace.